Hello all, today we are going to discuss scientific techniques given by F.W. Taylor, right? So there were queries among the students that what are the scientific techniques and what are the principle of management given by the Taylor. Those are totally different two things. Principle are the general guidelines and scientific techniques are the things which he experimented in the Bethlehem Steel Company and the other organization he has worked with, and he tried to experiment with the employees and come up with some of the techniques which should be used in the shop floor management, right? Most of the time in the factories, and those are being utilized or used in today's world as well. So what are the scientific techniques? Those techniques which are being used on the basis of experimentation and come to conclusion that the techniques can be more useful compared to the experience and thumb rule. That is called scientific techniques, right? And what are those techniques? Name of those techniques. The first thing is functional foremanship, right? First. The second one is simplification and standardization. The third thing is differential piece wage system. The fourth is different studies to get more production from the employees or the people who are actually working. And the different studies are time study, right? Then method study, then motion study, and then fatigue study, right? So these are the major techniques which are being used by the Taylor, right? Now one by one we are going to discuss, एक के बाद एक हम discuss करेंगे so that you can understand that what are the principle and what are the techniques. Now the first thing, functional foremanship. The first is functional foremanship, right? What is functional foremanship? I'm giving you the definition. Functional foremanship is a technique given by the Taylor in which the work is divided into two parts, production and planning. And in production there are four bosses, and in planning there are four bosses. These 8 people are giving their expert advice to employee to perform their task, and that is how we are getting the experience of specialization, right? This technique has been utilized or developed for the benefit of the specialization. The first thing is, this is for the specialization, right? Now the work is divided in the functional foremanship. We are dividing into two parts, right? First thing is planning. The other one is production. So I have given you the definition. The work is divided among the planning and production. Now for planning and production, this is planning. All these people who are here, 4 people are here, 4 people are here, 4 bosses are here, 4 bosses are here, who are giving instruction to one of the employees to work in the shop floor, right? So these people, they are doing planning and they are behind the scene. Actually they are not interfering on the day-to-day basis of the employees, but these 4 people who are doing in the production work, they people are there in the shop floor, and they are continuously having a look, having a see on the employees. On the basis of that, they are performing their task, right? So they are front bosses and they are behind the scene bosses, right? So planning, they are trying to plan different thing for the work. The four people who are here are, the first is root clerk. Now, what is the work of root clerk? The root clerk is the person who is actually defining the sequence, the procedure, that how raw material will be produced and go to finished product, right? Finished product. So he decides the sequence of work, how the work is going in the different situation, right? So there are a number of things. Let's say you are manufacturing car, so the car, how the car will move to the different, let's say first the engine will be fit, or first the tire will be fit, or first the steering will be fit, or first the color will be done. So what is the first thing, what is the next thing, what is the next thing? So sequence he is deciding. So that is why he is called root clerk. So root clerk is the first person who is actually giving you the direction. Then comes the instruction card clerk, right? Now he gives different kind of instruction where the tools are there, where the machineries are there, where the raw material you can get, or whatever the requirement you have regarding the raw material or the other things. So what are the things? So he will give you all kind of instructions. So instruction will be given to the employees, right? And this is the duty of that person who is doing this thing, right? Then comes the time and speed boss, right? Speed clerk or boss. Time and speed boss, what he does, time and speed of cost rather, time and cost clerk. So he gives you the turnaround time, that is called TAT in most of the corporate. Now turnaround time in which you have to finish up your job or any work which needs to be performed in a certain time, that would be decided by this fellow, and he will give you the turnaround time of the work. At the same time, what would be the cost of performing that task, right? In the first chapter we go through and we studied that the work should be get done efficiently and effectively, right? So efficiency comes here. So what would be the cost of your product and how that needs to be done within the cost? So what would be the cost of every product, procedures, segment, etc., right? So cost is major thing. And then comes the disciplinarian. Now disciplinarian means he will try to give you all rules, regulations, policies, etc. He will take you through, and you have to abide all the rules, regulation, right? And he will see through that whether you are complying, or all the people who are there in the organization shop floor, they are complying all those things or not. So these four are in the planning straight away, right? And we have four more people out here. अब आप कहोगे सर एक एम्प्लॉय किससे लेगा, हमने तो पढ़ा था फ्यूल में जैसे unity of command. So this is contradiction of unity command. Actually there are some differences between the scientific management and general management of Mr. Fuel, and this is one. He says unity of command, one employee should get order from one boss only, but here the person who is actually working at the factory level, he is getting order from different people, right? So then comes the gang boss, right? This is your gang boss, right? This is like team leader, right? Team leader who will give instruction to the different people, like if somebody is on leave, then who is to allocate the work to the different people. So all the things have been looked by this gang boss. He is performing all the duties of the actually duties of the team leader, right? Team leader or manager as a team. Then comes repair boss. Repair boss, he needs to be there in the production, right? Everything has been put out in a very scientific way. Repair boss, so he is doing all kind of repairs and maintenance if anything you require. So what you can do is you can go to this person and you need to get your work done for any kind of repair and maintenance. ठीक है, तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी होता है क्योंकि शॉप लेवल मैनेजमेंट पे जब आप कोई भी काम करते हो, ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे आपको रिपेयर एंड मेंटेनेंस की बहुत ज़रूरत होती है. देन कम्स द स्पीड बॉस. ठीक है, स्पीड बॉस का मतलब क्या होता है आपका? स्पीड बॉस का मतलब होता है कि आपकी स्पीड क्या होनी चाहिए, व्हाट इज द स्पीड ऑफ वर्क, what is the turnaround time every person should follow, what work should be completed at what time, if the project has been designed for you or any project has been given to you or any product has been given to you to fix it, so you will be given a certain turnaround time, and that he will observe at the factory level, right? Not they are forming the policy, they are looking after everything. ठीक है. Now the next one is inspector. As the name suggests, what they are doing is they are inspecting, supervising, ठीक है, overseeing the employee whether they are working according to the policy set up, according to the rules regulation, according to the work environment, everything is being done or not. If anything is not complied with, they will directly report, immediately they will report to that matter because they don't want to complicate the working environment. So that is the work of inspector. So this is your function foremanship, where 8 people are giving order to one employee. Employee यहाँ पे होता है आपका who is getting order from these all people, right? Now you will say why this is for? This is for specialization benefit. Specialization, because क्या होता है specialization benefit if somebody asks you, ठीक है? Why so? क्योंकि जो गैंग बॉस होता है वो मैन पावर को अच्छी तरह से हैंडल कर सकता है. रिपेयर बॉस he can handle machine etc, tools etc in a better way rather than people. Then speed boss, he can find out the method how the work can be do faster, right? Inspector, he is something else, he is observing and he has different kind of mental attitude. These all people are policy maker, right? So all these people are expert in their job, and that is why they are giving their work related instruction to the employer. Employee is getting expert advice from the different people, and that is how the employee can perform their task in a very good manner. That is the thought process behind this function foremanship by F.W. Taylor, and they are getting the specialization benefit according to him. So this is the first technique, right? So now we will move to the next technique. The next technique comes is an simplification and standardization. Now first we have to understand what is simplification. What is simplification? Simplification, definition wise, we can say that this is a process in which we go through the process of work and we try to find out the unnecessary movement etc, or unnecessary complication we have, or unnecessary similar work we are doing. So we are trying to avoid all these things and we are trying to simplify the process of production so that the employee can perform the task in turnaround time and efficiently within the cost. That process is called simplification, right? So this is for the cost benefit, this is for cost benefit, right? This is for efficiency, and this is making the things easy, ठीक है, इजी। अब इसमें करते कैसे हैं, लेट्स से यू हैव बीन मेकिंग ए प्रोडक्ट, लाइक जैसे आप चॉकलेट बनाते हो, ठीक है, आप चॉकलेट बनाते हो, लेट्स से यू आर मेकिंग किट कैट, सो यू हैव 10 रुपीज किट कैट, you have 20 rupees Kit Kat, you have 50 rupees Kit Kat, और you have 100 rupees Kit Kat, right? अब आप ऐसे कहो कि Kit Kat से रिलेटेड हम एक दूसरी बना लेते हैं, उसको हम 5 रुपए, 7 रुपए, 15 रुपए, 20 रुपए, 25 रुपए, 35 रुपए ऐसे रख लेंगे। So this is complication. How we will divide 5 rupees, 7 rupees, 15, 20? So we will have a सिंप्लीफाई कि हमने क्या किया, 10 के मल्टीपल के अकॉर्डिंग हमने जो है हम इसको बना रहे हैं, ठीक है। एंड टू मैनी प्रोडक्ट्स, वी शुड नॉट गो टू मैनी प्रोडक्ट्स। किट कैट है, ओके, दैट इज पॉपुलर, देन वी आर आफ्टर ए पीरियड वी विल, व्हेन वी आर एक्सपर्ट ऑन दिस, देन वी विल come up with the another thing, right? We will come up with the another chocolate, right? So their fragrance, their taste will be totally different, their appeal will be totally different. Maybe this is for the children, that will for the people who are teenagers. Then we will have some kind of different wherein the sugar is less, that is for the people who are in their mid 30s, mid 40s, right? So this is the thing, this is the way how the things can be make easy, and this is cost benefit as well as efficiency can be brought out. This is called simplification of things, unnecessary movement, unnecessary quality, unnecessary segment of product, we are removing that. That process is called simplification, right? Then comes the standardization. Now what is standardization? As the name suggests, standard, right? Standardization is the process in which what we do, we are setting, I'm giving you the definition, just wait, setting basic quality or criteria for each product or process, how that things will be done. So standardization is a process in which we are setting some kind of basic qualities and the criteria by which we are going to produce or manufacture that particular product, right? So that is called standardization. So इसका reason क्या होता है, इसको करने का reason क्या होता है? We have the uniform product, right? Increase in efficiency. अगर हम एक प्रकार का प्रोडक्ट बनाएंगे, ठीक है, जो एक जैसा होगा तो उसमें एफिशिएंसी ज्यादा आती है, ठीक है। कॉस्ट रिडक्शन हो जाती है, क्योंकि अगर हम एक ही प्रोडक्ट को बार बार बनाते हैं तो उससे हमें एक्सपर्टीज मिलती है, एंड ओवर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम वी बिकम एक्सपर्ट ऑफ दैट, एंड वी आर मेकिंग इन लेस टाइम एंड लेस कॉस्ट। नाउ यूनिफॉर्म मीन्स व्हाट? यूनिफॉर्म मीन्स लेट्स से आई एम यूजिंग दिस marker, so this company Luxor, they are manufacturing this marker, and all the marker which are in the same category, I'm not aware of, let's say this is for 100 rupees, and for 100 rupees every marker will look like same, right? They will look alike. You cannot find the differentiation between all the marker which are manufactured by Luxor, which are for 100 rupees, and they are black ink marker, right? So this is called standardization. So this is standardization. Every product is being made same, right? The quality will be same, they are uniform in product, so whomsoever is making that, they don't have to go for the extra effort, so they are making each product uniformly. So criteria, basic criteria, how this look like, how this should perform, the basic quality is there for each product and the process. Same thing we can do the process as well. For every process we can set up, right? So everything, like in your school हम कह सकते हैं कि every teacher will use the blackboard or the whiteboard or digital board. Nowadays digital board they will use, and they will show the PPT etc. Other than the NCERT book, they will give exposure to the student to the market related thing. In business studies they will give profession or service related thing for accountancy, right? So these are the things which are there, you can inculcate into the process as well. So this is called simplification and standardization. Then comes your third, that is called differential piece-based system. ठीक है, ये मिस्टर F.W. टेलर ने अपना एक तरीका इजाद किया था। इन ग्रेजुएशन यू विल गो फॉर This is differential piece wage system. Then you will go for Halsey program of paying. Then you will go for Gantt payment, salary payment system. So there are row one payment system. There are a number of people who are came up with different kind of salary that needs to be paid to the employee on a different basis. So Mr. F.W. Taylor come up with this. Okay, this is called differential piece wage system. Now, what is the definition? The definition is differential piece wage system is advocated by Mr. F.W. Taylor, which says that there should be a standard product fixed by the organization and each employee should be paid according to that standard product. If he fulfills that criteria, he should be given the fixed salary. If he goes above that, then his salary, and he should get some kind of incentive on that. And if somebody is not completing that task or he is not able to achieve that standard production, so he should be penalized and he should get less salary. So that means if standard has been set, if somebody is going up, he is getting some kind of bonus. If you are average, you are getting the standard salary. If you are less than that, you will be punished. So how this works? Let's say standard product. Let's say we are discussing this for the manufacturing of garment, right? So 10 t-shirts everybody has to complete in the week, right? Weekly, or let's say monthly payment हम करते हैं. 100 t-shirt everybody has to complete in a month, right? So per t-shirt wage is equal to, let's say, 100 rupees. ठीक है, तो एवरेज सैलरी कितनी हो गई? एवरेज सैलरी is equal to 100 multiplied by 100. If somebody is doing average job, he will get 10,000 rupees. If he is stitching 100 t-shirt in a month, 10,000 rupees. He says if somebody is going less than 100, so per t-shirt price, ठीक है, चलो above, पहले above को डिस्कस करते हैं. Above, if somebody is going above that, so per t-shirt price will be 110, right? So let's say he makes 120 t-shirt, so not only he is making more t-shirt, rather he is getting per t-shirt salary 110. तो चलिए देखते हैं इसकी सैलरी कितनी हो जाएगी इस केस में. 0 0 2, he will get 13,200. So this is the efficient worker, he will get this. Or if somebody is going below, punishment, per t-shirt price for him will be 90 rupees only. Let's say if somebody is making 80 t-shirts, so he will get per t-shirt 90 rupees. So he is punished from both the ways. Let's say he is not capable enough, so he is making only 90 t-shirt, the rate is only 80 t-shirt and rate has gone down, so 90 rupees. So कितना हो जाएगा? 0 0 7,200. So he has been punished both the ways. So this is, so everybody will try to go for this or more than that. So this is called differential piece-based system, wherein the basic salary or the average salary is fixed on the basis of the standard production. If somebody achieve the standard production, ठीक है, standard production, if somebody has achieved the standard production, he will get the standard salary, right, which is 10,000 rupees in this case. And if somebody is going above that, so he will be given more salary so that he can be motivated to do more production. So let's say in this case he is getting 110 rupees, so he is making 120 t-shirts. So on the basis of 110, he is getting 13,200. and he says if somebody is not adhering to the standard production which is fixed by the organization, then obviously he will be penalized and his per piece wage will be less, let's say 90 rupees, and he has made 80 t-shirts, so per t-shirt 90 rupees, so he will get 7,200, less than the standard salary and very less to the efficient worker. So this is called differential piece wage system, where his salary is being paid on the basis of the standard production fixed by the organization. Okay, if you achieve the standard production, average salary, if you go beyond that, bonus will be given to you, and if you go less than that, then obviously you will be penalized and your salary will be less. This is called differential piece wage system. This is to encourage the people to earn more and so that the productivity can enhance. So this is your third system. I hope this is clear now, because in book they are not given this way, explanation is not given in this way. Now comes the different kind of study which has been done by Mr. Taylor in Bethlehem Steel Company and the other organization he has worked with and experimented the thing, right? So the first thing in the fourth part, the first study, fourth part, and fourth part, first is time study. Now what is time study? Time study, let me explain you first. Time study is done by Mr. F.W. Taylor in his organization to find out the standard time to perform a certain task, so that every employee can be given a standard time to perform that task. If he performs that task in the given time, he will be put out in the average employee category, or if he goes beyond that, he will be categorized into efficient worker, right? So how that is decided? Time study to decide to do a certain task in given time, right? Now how they decide, that is not decided. Let's say I'll give you an example. आपकी क्लास में होंगे, मैं आपको पार्टनरशिप का एक क्वेश्चन देता हूँ, ठीक है, एडमिशन का, कोई बच्चा उसको 20 मिनट में कर लेगा, कोई बच्चा उसको 25 मिनट में करेगा, और कोई बच्चा उसको हो सकता है 40 मिनट में भी ना कर पाए. So you will have every kind of student with due respect, right? So we are not taking the person time who has finished up in the 20 minutes. We will take everybody's time and we will find out how an average person can perform that task in a particular time. ठीक है, हमने 20 मिनट वाले बच्चे का भी लिया, 40 मिनट वाले का भी लिया, और जिसने 25 मिनट में 30 मिनट में किया बीच वाले का, उसका भी टाइम लिया. So whole class we can find out how they are performing, and on the basis of that we find out the average time period, that this is the time, not 20. You have to perform this question in 27 minutes. So everybody has to perform that task in the 27 minutes. ठीक है, अगर आप नहीं कर पाते हैं तो आपको दिक्कत होगी सैलरी में. Then comes the differential piece wage system. So time study is the study to find out how much time is required to perform a certain task in the shop floor. ठीक है, शॉप फ्लोर में किसी टाइम को करने में कितना टाइम लगता है. Then comes the motion study. Motion study, ठीक है, motion study क्या होता है? This is a time, this is a study done to eliminate unwanted motions from production प्रोसेस. सो प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस में ये क्या होता है? टाइम मोशन स्टडी क्या किया? मोशन स्टडी में he studied the way the things are being done to perform a certain task, and he find out that there are certain unwanted motions which are there, which can be eliminated. So for every task he studied that, and he found out that there are certain unwanted motion which can be eliminated, and that is how the energy of the employee can be saved, and the employee can easily work and efficiently he can work more work. That is why the motion study is done. Let's say I'm keeping my marker here, so this is very easy. If I want to write something, I'm putting out my marker from here and I'm doing that. But if I have kept my marker 20 feet far from here, so I have to take the marker every time and I have to come over here to write anything, right? So that will take time. I give you an example. So what happens in if you have seen in the Discovery Channel, there is a assembly line. So what happens when the car is manufactured, the car is coming from the crane or something like that, that is called assembly line. So everybody is sitting like that. Let's say I'm the tire fixer, somebody is the electrician, somebody is the person who is handling the or fixing the steering, somebody is fixing the engine, etc. So there are a number of people who are doing different kind of work. So what happens previously, everybody is going like this. First somebody is going and he is fixing the engine, right? So then work is finished, he will say, okay, next can go. Okay, I am taking the tools, right? I'm going to the car, I'm fixing all the 4 tires and then keeping the stepney there, and I'm coming here. So he says they are taking the unwanted motion. Rather, what you can do is, if I'm the tire fixer, I have all the tools with me here, I'm standing like this. So if the engine is fixed, now the tire needs to be fixed, so the car will come to me. Just go through this assembly line, sometime you will find out in the Discovery Channel. So the car come to me and I have to take my tools, right? All the unwanted motion has been eliminated by F.W. Taylor. Now I'll fix all the tires, right? Now the machines are doing that, whatever the case may be. Let's say at that particular time people were doing that, so people were fixing, and then once the tire are fixed, then car will go to the next seat, and let's say here the electrician is standing, so he will take his tool and he will set up the wire, etc. in the car. So this is the way how things are done. So motion study is done to eliminate the unwanted motion which are there in the production process, so that the efficiency can be brought out, the work can be minimized, and the efficiency can be brought up for the employee as well as for the organization, right? Then comes third part of fourth is method study. This study is done to find best possible way to perform certain task. ठीक है? So ये होता है method study. In method study, he roam around in his factory and he's trying to find out, along with his team of engineers, that what is the best way to perform a certain task. जैसे आप ही देखते हैं, there are certain people वो जो कहते हैं कि हम जो है कैपिटल अकाउंट एक साथ बनाएंगे, राइट? जैसे आपका ABC का कैपिटल अकाउंट बनाना होता है, ठीक है? तो आप क्या करते हैं, एक साथ 3 अकाउंट खोल लेते हैं ऐसे, ठीक है? 3 इधर, ये A का हो गया, ये B का हो गया, ये C का हो गया, राइट? ये A का हो गया डेबिट साइड, B का हो गया, C का हो गया. ये क्या होता है आपका कि आपने ये तरीका ढूंढ लिया काम करने का. आई एम नॉट मेकिंग लाइक दिस, आई एम मेकिंग द सेपरेट अकाउंट, राइट? सो दिस इज द वे. देयर आर डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ मेथड टू परफॉर्म ए सर्टेन टास्क, ठीक है? आपके अलग अलग तरीके हो सकते हैं. नाउ लेट्स से यू आर वर्किंग इन बैंक, सो you are CEO. Let's say you will say, okay, Tally, we are not going to use Tally for accounting, we are going for SAP. Somebody says, okay, no, SAP is more suitable for the production companies, rather we will go for Oracle, which is database management system. If somebody is studying computer science, etc., DBMS, database management system. So you will say, okay, banks are Oracle is more useful for the banks. So there are different kind of methods to perform the certain task. You have to find out in the method the best possible way to perform a certain task, because one task can be performed in the different way. So you have to find out the for your organization, you have to find out the best possible way. So this is called method study, to find out the best possible way to perform a certain task. Then comes the fatigue study, right? fatigue study, as the name suggests, fatigue study is nothing but this study is done to find break time for employees. Now ये क्या किया गया था इसमें fatigue study में, they have tried to find out that when and how the break should be given to employees so that they can regenerate themselves, they can find themselves refreshed, and they can work again in a fresh way and faster way so that the productivity can be increased. There should not be any slowness. आपने देखा होगा ना, जैसे क्रिकेट वाले भी होते हैं तो शुरू में जब आते हैं तो बॉलर भी होता है बहुत, they are bowling in a very fast way or in a very refreshed way, and जब टेस्ट मैच में खासकर, so when they are having the almost 80-70 overs, everybody is feeling very tired, and the fast bowler who used to bowl 140 kilometers per hour, he is bowling at 130, 135 or 125 kilometer per hour. So this is the way how things happen, right? I'll give you an example according to you people, right? The fatigue study, this is done to find out the break time of the employee, so that if the employee who are continuously working for some time, they feel tired, and they should be given a break so that they can regenerate themselves, refresh themselves, and they can work again in a fresh way. ठीक है, इससे आपकी क्या होती है, इससे आपका एक तो काम तेज होता है, प्रोडक्टिविटी नहीं गिरती है, और आपका लॉस कम होता है, जो प्रोडक्शन वेस्ट होता है, प्रोडक्ट वेस्ट होता है, वो कम होता है. नाउ टेक द एग्जांपल, द बेस्ट एग्जांपल, टू एग्जांपल. In your school you will get a break, right? What happens most of the time, your numerical periods are in the first segment, like first, second, third, fourth period. You will find your physics, maths, accountancy period, right? In the second half you will get your economics or theoretical period, right? Why this happens? Because your learning power go down when you are doing continuously something. So what happens, a break is given to you so that you can have the refreshment, etc., and you can feel bit refreshed, and once again you can start your learning. And similarly, I give you an example, the people who are going to gym, what happens, your coach says whenever you are putting the dumbbells, right? So first thing they say, okay, एक स्टैंडर्ड लैंग्वेज होती है कि आप 20-20 के 4 reps मारिए, ठीक है, इन बिटवीन यू कैन हैव रेस्ट. सो आप क्या करते हैं, आपने जो है डम्बल्स को किया 20 बार, देन यू पुट द डम्बल्स, और फिर थोड़ा आपने इधर उधर घूमे, आप you roam around there, here and there. Why you are doing that? Because what happens when you are putting the dumbbells and you are doing the exercise like this, so this, wherever that weight is putting the pressure on the muscles, आपकी जो muscles होती है, that becomes fatigue and tired. और आप अगर उसको 30-40 बार करोगे तो उसके बाद आप कर भी नहीं पाओगे. So आप क्या करते हैं, उसको रख देते हैं, ठीक है, और फिर ये आपकी muscles जो है again it is relaxed, ठीक है, again you take it, you do 20 reps again, then you put it again, ठीक है, you take some rest, then again you take 20, and then fourth one. So this is the way, whether you are making chest exercise, whether you are making dumbbells, whether you are making any upper back or lower back, any kind of, ठीक है, shoulders, so they are giving you break in between, right? For any kind of reps they are giving you break. So that is called fatigue study. Fatigue study is done by Mr. F.W. Taylor to find out how the employees are getting tired and how they can be given break, and employee can refresh themselves and come out with the fresh mind. अब इससे होता क्या है, आपने देखा होगा एम्प्लॉइज जो होते हैं उनको, जो फैक्ट्री लेवल आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, बिकॉज दिस इज शॉप फ्लोर मैनेजमेंट. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इन द शॉप फ्लोर मैनेजमेंट, व्हेन यू गो टू वर्क देन यू हैव a tea break, right? Just when you go to the factory, then after 1 hour or 2 hours you have a tea break, then after 2 hours you will have a food break, lunch, right? Then after 2-3 hours you will have a tea break again, and then after 2-3 hours you will go your home. So this is the way, every 2.5 hours they are giving you a break so that you can refresh yourself and you can work for the best of the possible way. So this is your fatigue study. I hope I would be able to explain you in the better way with the good examples, right? I have given you this principle of management video wherein full chapter is discussed. You can go there and you can study that. And if you are not able to understand that, this is the video I have made only for the scientific techniques. So this is your time study, motion study, method study, and fatigue study, right? I hope you can explain in a better way in your examination and you can get full marks. So thank you very much. Have a nice day.